Yeah, it's been an amazing experience. I had read The Multi-Orgasmic Man just before starting the course, and I think my intention there was sort of two pieces coming into the course. One was to develop consistent practice. I'd been doing meditation and a bunch of stuff before, but like it was never consistent, and there was always sort of a feeling of like what am I doing this for? Like what am I actually building as a practice? And so I came into the course for that. And then also like this deeper understanding of intimacy and sexuality, past just like the norm in society. And I think that like it's been amazing. I've really been intentional about doing the work in this program and I started I started very early on understanding like the fundamentals of like knowing the inner smile and the six healing sounds and microcosmic orbit. And so I built a practice from that. And so I with practice about an hour a day for the last 6 months and in the same practice really. And then the really beautiful thing was so I've done some work with like Sadhguru's programs before. I don't know if you guys have ever come across his work before, and what I find really fascinating is like there's really beautiful practices there, but none of it, there's almost like they don't talk about intimacy and sex there. So, but what I'm doing now is combining in my practice like these Hindu yogic practices and meditation with the Taoist work, and it's been very, very like potent. Just as like a daily place to come from. And so there's much more that I could share. What I will say is like, so I've been working with men for the last 6 years. And definitely had conversations around intimacy and that type of stuff. But what I'm actually seeing now is like, so I'm doing this amazing coaching work, but also now I can actually support men with these practices and with this understanding in a deeper way. And that's been really cool to see. And so, I'm on the certification track here with you guys. I just did my first full like practice call with a client that I have. And it's like, it's been so cool because I think like you guys spoke to in the videos, like the best practitioners are the ones that are practicing, that are actually living the practices. And I took this man, like, we kind of did like a little assessment. And it was really interesting because he talked about like, yeah, a lot of my sexual energy is sort of in my groin. And so, I put together a little practice of like inner smile into power lock into sublimation. And it's like, it was a total game changer for him. And so I think it's so cool to be in an experience where it's like, yeah, your practice and your commitment to practice, it actually does create like this natural sort of mastery over time. And it's like it's funny, like when we talked about at the beginning with the words, like I use the word curiosity, but I would actually say like the word is, I wrote it down, like it's a gateway because now I really feel like this gateway is opening to other modalities and other areas to explore from this. So it's been really cool.